Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Hypergamous Journey. My name is Denise. At this channel, we talk about dating advice from the hypergamous perspective for mature women who are 55 and older. I'm 61. I haven't arrived. I'm on this journey with you. I'm looking for marriage. And today I would like to talk about accountability, holding myself responsible for my life and how it has turned out. And as I discuss in this video, my areas where I feel like I could have done differently but didn't, I want you to also consider areas in your life where you could have done things a little bit differently but didn't. So I was reading from one of my spiritual books called The Book of Reminders, and I'm not going to show you the cover because you've seen it before. Book of Reminders by Zakia Phaeton. And number 26, she says, before you go off blaming someone for your current state, explore what you've allowed, how you've settled, what you've been doing, and how you've been doing it. Get clear about the story you've been telling yourself that has allowed the situation you face to exist in your life. How did you create it? What was your role in it? It's never about the other person. It's always about you. Your growth, your healing, your stretch, your lesson. To me, all of that says is accountability, self-accountability. I don't know if that's a word, but self-accountability, responsibility. I am responsible for how my life is today. All of the choices that I've made these 61 years have led me to where I am today. And I don't consider myself to be in a bad place either. I'm not where I thought I would have been, which is rich, married with children. But it's not a bad place where I am. I have good health, friends and family who love me. Every day I strive to be better than I was yesterday. But when I was younger, I did blame other people for the outcomes in my life. Like if I had had a better childhood, then I would be this way or that way. Maybe if I had a better childhood, I would be this way, a better way, or a different way, but maybe not. So you really don't know. I was definitely an angry and bitter young woman. So no wonder I had boyfriends, but never, like I don't even think I had a marriage proposal. And that's neither here nor there. It doesn't make me a bad person. It just means that it never happened. And for 30 years, I was in my masculine energy. So I take responsibility for that. And in 2019, as you know, I started my journey to soften up. And I realized, that's been my problem. No wonder nobody wanted to marry me, because no man, masculine energy man, wants to marry himself. So though I was attractive, some would say pretty, it brought the boys to the yard, as Khalees, I think her name is. It brought the boys to the yard, but it didn't make them commit. And I feel that the commitment is coming, like sooner than I think. That's just the way I feel. Intuitively, I feel like, okay, because I see the change coming. So when I was about 13 years old, I said to myself, I did not want to be married because the people that I saw around me, family and friends, well, really friends of my parents, they weren't happy. They weren't happy. I saw women had 6 to 10 different roles. I think I did a video about this too, which I will link in the description box. Like they were a mother, employee, they worked outside of the home. They were a tutor for the children and the homework. They were a wife in all the wifely duties. They cleaned, that's 5. Cooked, cleaned, cooked, intimate relations, washed clothes, maybe went to church, volunteered at the church. So it's like 10 different things these women did. And their husbands, maybe 3. He worked. Every now and then he cooked. He may have taken out the trash. Maybe he took the kids somewhere. So maybe 4. And that was my framework. I was like, that's too much. The women do too much. The men do nothing or hardly anything. So that was my framework. So I carried that with me. So I had masculine energy. I carried, I felt like I had to do it myself, like take care of myself, protect myself. So I take responsibility for that. And as a result of that decision, I think when I was 13, so that's 50 years later, 48, 49 years later, I'm single and childless. And I accept responsibility for that, being single and childless. 2019, I decided that I wanted something different. Thank God YouTube came along and I saw, oh yeah, that's been my problem, masculine energy. I've been a masculina, as they say. I hesitate to say Barbara the Builder because I never got married. I never lived with anyone and lived with a man. I didn't give men money. I'm searching my memory bank. To my recollection, I'll say. I didn't do any of that. So I was a Barbara the Builder for myself. And I don't have any horror stories regarding men. I just don't have any horror stories regarding men. Disappointment, yes. Infidelity, yes. But, but it wasn't all of that, like really bad or anything. Hurtful, yes. But not enough for me to make me like hate men. Just a little bit distrustful of them. And now that I know that, a lot of the things that they do, they just don't know any better, or it's part of their makeup, it brings more light and understanding to things. So anyway, yeah, I take responsibility for all of the decisions I've made in my life, and I have a good life. I don't have any stress. I work every day.